Hey, today's lesson will be on multiplying a decimal by another decimal. So, the first problem we're going to try is 5.32 times 4.1. So, first we're going to multiply by the units. So first I'm going to deconstruct this problem and I'm going to separate it out, and I'm going to do 5.32 times 4. I'll show you a different way when we get to just completely abstract, but for the purposes of using the materials, we're going to do 5.32 times 4 first. So I'm going to start building it from the hundredths. It doesn't matter really, but I'm going to go ahead and start from the hundredths. So I know I need 2 hundredths, I need 3 tenths, and I need 5 units. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there it is once, but we need it twice. Oh, we need it 4 times actually. So there's 2 tenths twice. Here's 2 hundredths twice. Here's 3 tenths twice. And here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twice. Run out of room. We need it 4 times, right? Okay, so let's get it again. 2 hundredths again. 3 tenths again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have 5.32 3 times. See, 5 point, this is the decimal, 3, 2. But we need it 4 times. So here is our 4th. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so remember, multiplication is repeated addition. So we always start in the smallest of our units. And in this case, it is hundredths. All right. 2, 4, 6, and 8. So our answer in hundredths is 8 hundredths. 8 hundredths. 3, 6, 9, 10. When we get to 10, we always exchange. There's an extra unit, and we bring down the rest of our tenths. Our answer in tenths is 2 tenths. Now we're going to count up our units. Well, they're in groups of 5, so that's easy to count because counting by 5s is easy. 5, 10. Whenever we get to 10, we exchange. We keep going. 5 and 10 more. Exchange. Bring down our unit. Our answer in units is 1. And then we have 2 tens. I'm going to steal it. Blue 2. It's interesting that our numbers only go up 2. So let's see. I'm going to cover up those series. So our answer is 21/28 for the first partial product. 21 and 28 hundredths. That's just our first partial product, okay? Because we multiplied by the 4. Here's the 4, but we still have to multiply by this 0.1. So I'm going to clear the board because we already have our first partial product. And I don't need this anymore. Okay, so now when we're multiplying 5.32 times 0.1, let's take a look at that. 5.32 times 0.1. So you're multiplying 5.32 times 1/100th. Remember when we learned about multiplying by whole numbers, we're really saying of. So what is 1/10 of 5 and 32 hundredths? Well, when we see this decimal, we know our answer is going to be smaller. It's going to be 10 times smaller. Now, there's an easy way to do this, but I'll show that to you later. First, let's do it with our materials. So, we're going to multiply by 1/10. 1/10 of 100th is 1,000th. So first we're going to multiply the 200th by 1/10. So 1/10 of 100th is 1,000th. So our answer when we multiply 0.1 times 0.02 will be in the thousandths. So I'm going to take my 1,000th, I'm going to put it right there. Okay? Because that is 0.02 times 1/10, or really it's divided by 10. Okay, so we are going to get our 2,000th card because this will be our answer in thousandths. Now we need to do 1/10 of 3/10. Well, 1/10 times 1/10 is going to be 100th, because if you're multiplying by a part of a whole, the answer will be smaller. So if you have 3/10 and you're multiplying by 1/10, you're really dividing by 10. So your answer will be here. So our answer in hundredths will be 3/100ths. Because it was 3/10, but you in essence divided by 10. So our answer in hundredths will be 3/100ths. Well, now we have, in our problem, we have 5, and we're dividing it by 10, which takes you to the tenths. Remember, we learned as you go this way, you're dividing by 10. As you go this way, you're multiplying by 10. So we did 0.1 times 0.002. Now we're doing 0.1 times 0.3, or we did that, and now we're doing 0.1 times 5. So we first have to go multiply this, then multiply this, then multiply this by the same multiplier. It can get a little bit confusing. That's okay. It just takes practice. So if our 5 wholes are divided by 10 or multiplied by 0.1, we're going to get tenths. So our answer in tenths will be 5. Because see, we had 5. If we divide it by 10, it just moves over a column. It's the same numeral though. Okay, so here's our 5. So our answer in tenths is 5/10. So this is our second partial product. this a little bit more clean so you can see it. So 5.32 times 0.1 equals 0.532. Well, now we need to add up both of those partial products together. So we're going to add 0.532 to our 21 and 28 hundredths. This is where your decimal points actually need to line up. Did you notice I did not line up my decimal points when I was doing my multiplication? Because you don't need to. So, but now when we do addition, we do want them, oops, we do want them to line up. So here's my decimal point. I will put it here. My second partial product begins with a 5, and it's to the right of the decimal point. So I will write it to the right of the decimal point. This is just a 0. Whenever you see a number that doesn't have anything next to it, you just assume it's a 0. So I'll go ahead and just draw that in. So 0, now we're going to add, right? We're going to add our partial products. 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 3, well, let's count on. 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Well, we can't have more than 9, so we always carry that 10 over. So now I have 2 plus 5, which is 7, plus this extra 1, which is 8. We add our decimal point, and we bring down our 21, because we don't have anything else to add to it. So our entire answer would be 21 and 812 thousandths. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we do that abstractly. And everyone, you have parents who know how to do this. So if you get confused, this is something your moms and dads know how to do. Okay, so I'm going to just multiply. I'm going to pretend like I don't have any decimal points there at all, okay? I'm just going to multiply like normal. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. Now I'm moving over to the units. I'm going to put a 0 here because I'm moving over by 10. Okay, it's like we're moving over. And now I multiply this whole top number by this 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Now is when we add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 8 is 11. 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 8. We bring down our 21 because there's nothing else to add it to. Now, we're going to count up the numbers to the right of the decimal point in our multiplicand and our multiplier. So I have 1 number that's to the right of the decimal point, 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point, and right here I have 3 numbers to the right of the decimal point. So I have 3 numbers. I'm going to count over and put my decimal point after I count 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That is the same answer that we got before. This is the abstract way. Okay? Try it. See if you get it.